Hello everyone and welcome to ClearTalk. So in this video we're going to be talking about the newly talked about Arc Day Trump, which is going to apparently now coincide with the new ballroom that Trump's wanting to do. All these renovations and additions that Trump is doing to the White House, on top of all his gold plating everything. And also about the presidential walk of fame that he infamously has redesigned, and we are, which just shows the pettiness, the pettiness, the childishness of your president. So thank you very much for joining me here. This, if you are new to ClearTalk, welcome. I hope that you are like what you see. If you would like to check out more videos from the channel, please do so. Consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And if you'd like to check out videos from my other channels, JMDPLAY, puzzling, please do so there as well. Consider subscribing to those. Like, share, comment, and all that good stuff. Helping with the algorithm to get more videos in front of more people. And that just helps out the channels, helps out me, the JMD Nation at large, and that's amazing. So if you would like to give any kind of support, there are links there for support, Patreon for ongoing, or there's a link there, the QR code for one-time donations. If you want to help JMD Nation in any way, any support you give is very much appreciated, and thank you very much. I even recently did some few little small updates to Patreon, and I would like to continue. You give me some more suggestions there to help make it more with your wild. And that would be great. So if you are returning, you're freaking amazing. Thank you very much. Welcome back to ClearTalk, and yeah. Let's get to talking about this Arc de Trump. All these added things that Trump just keeps doing, where he's just wanting to Trumpify more and more of the, it is tradition. It is very much a norm for presidents to come in and, make little slight adjustments, kind of personalize the White House, right? But usually it's stuff that's not really permanent in any kind of way. It's just sort of things that they can take down, put up, make slight adjustments to or something. I mean, there's been some points in history where some kind of things have been adjusted permanently, but it was kind of more in overall good, I guess, or that's the idea. But nothing to the extent of Donald Trump. All of the things that he is trying to do, it's like he's trying to completely make over the White House in Trumpian fashion. Many have even argued that a lot of areas are looking more and more like Mar-a-Lago in Florida. And it's basically just trying to make it is coming across as if Trump is trying to make the White House like his literal home. Like he doesn't expect to leave. We have here some additions, something that was just recently revealed. What we know about White House plans for an Arc de Trump. The U.S. President Donald Trump wants to build a triumphal arc across from the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., the latest in his efforts to make over the capital city in his style. The so-called Arc de Trump would commemorate the country's 250th anniversary next year and is repeatedly being privately funded by Trump's supporters. A real estate developer by trade. Really? Trump teased plans last week with the bankrupt real estate developer by trade. Teased plans last week with renderings from the structure being laid out during an Oval Office meeting. His other second-term developments include a gilded makeover for the White House, all the gold, paved over the Rose Garden, so it's no longer a garden, it's a pavement, and constructing a $250 million ballroom, as well as the clearing of homeless encampments throughout the Capitol. It's not unusual for a sitting president or first lady to update the White House, but Trump appears to have his sights set on a further reaching and widely seen development with the new monument. The president wants the arc to be based on the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, France. And if you don't know what that is, it's this. And to welcome people into the nation's capital from Arlington National Cemetery as they cross the Memorial Bridge. Every time someone rides over that beautiful bridge to the Lincoln Memorial, they literally say something is supposed to be here. We have versions of it. This is a mock-up. Trump told donors on Wednesday night, referring to a grassy, circular area at the end of the bridge. At a dinner to unveil his plans for the ballroom, Trump said there were 3 versions of the arch: small, medium, and large. But he liked the largest one the best. It's gotta be big. It's gotta be Trump. Matter of fact, I'm going to have Trump plated in gold on it. Trump said that the ballroom project was fully financed and some of the leftover money would be used to fund the arch. So this is a picture of, and so you have the Lincoln Memorial. This is the bridge, and this is supposed to be, I think, the Arc de Trump. And this is like a big, I guess this is a small rendering for render's sakes. But this is like a bigger version just for seeing more detail version I guess maybe. That he wants to do. It's not clear yet when construction will begin or how much it will cost. Last week, Trump displayed renderings from the structure on the Resolute desk showing a map of the Memorial Bridge that also include a replica of the Lincoln Memorial. A model of his proposed archway stood on the Virginia state side of the Potomac River. On Saturday, Trump posted an illustration of a plan designed by Harris design architect Nicholas Leo Charbonneau, something like that, on True Social. He's a partner of Harrison Design, posted a watercolor render of the proposal on social media on 4 September, writing, "America needs a triumphal arch." According to Axios, Trump has made models with dioramas built for other projects he is considering and has directed how and where new marble tile floors would be laid in the White House. He has also taken world leaders, including Finnish President Alexander Stubb, the genocidal Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and a delegation of Florida lawmakers on tours of the White House to show them his changes, some of which mirror the aesthetic of his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. He revealed a presidential walk of fame along the West Wing colonnade in September, displaying gold-framed portraits of himself and the 44 other presidents along the white exterior wall. But there's something else. In place of former President Joe Biden's headshot, Trump instead hung a photo of an auto pen signing his name. The move appeared to refer to Trump's claim that Biden's use of the auto pen signaled his decline at the end of his presidency, although it is common for U.S. presidents to use such a tool. Critics, including a guest essayist for the New York Times, have called his Oval Office remodel a gilded rococo nightmare. If you haven't seen this walk of fame, here it is, or the Presidential Walk of Fame, where he has redone all the presidents' headshots in gold-plated frames all across, and then as you get to the presidents who are like still alive, they make this sort of escalation going up to him, and as you can see, this is Biden's headshot replacement. Look, I understand Biden was old. Biden clearly was having mental decline at the end of his presidency, at least for the last year. But this is supposed to be an area where you are showing respect to all the presidents of the past. That's the idea. It's supposed to be a serious idea here. Whether you like them or not, these are your presidents, past to present. And commemorating them by their headshots, they're like, official, I guess to some degree anyways, official headshots. And you've done this all the way back. But instead of respectfully, whether you like them or not, and I completely understand Joe Biden, or at the very least people in his administration, did things that I don't agree with. They allowed a genocide to happen. And they allowed it and didn't do enough, allowing him to even go as far before they finally decide to, remove him from the presidential campaign, and then, forcing the hand to where we kind of had to accept Kamala Harris as to run against Trump. I mean, there are several things that you could argue that Biden, and his administration did not live up to what we would have wanted, what anybody would have wanted, whether you were a Democrat or Republican. But you could say that about almost every fucking president ever, if you wanted to. I'm sure you could find somebody who can say some horrible things about some presidents. Even presidents that arguably did some good things also arguably did some bad things. And Trump is not out of that conversation. But to go to the degree And this is something that has been so infuriating to me that he constantly brings up all the fucking time. It's about Biden and this, Biden and that, Biden and his auto pen, Biden and his, sleepy Biden. He's such an idiot. He was so stupid. He was ridiculous, pathetic, worst president ever. All this kind of the sheer just adolescent, childish ways that he constantly talks about his predecessor is just at this point pathetic. At first, I could let you go with, making you little comments or whatever. The first few times, whatever. Okay, yeah, get it. You don't like him. You think he was ridiculous. Whatever. Okay. Although I still find it disrespectful, I still say, yeah. Because and at this point, it's like, even for me, I would be like, fuck you, Trump. You're an idiot. You're a orange buffoon that has no merit to being a president. But would I expect a future president to necessarily say that? No. I think you should have a little bit more professionalism, a little more respect in a way that, no, you wouldn't have to say that. You don't necessarily have to say anything. Just let it be. Because I feel like any president, you could argue, said it for themselves. Trump certainly has. Biden did. So constantly repeating that type of rhetoric over and over again doesn't really, make it doesn't really make Biden look bad. And actually, in my opinion, makes you look bad. It you look like a belligerent, disrespectful man-child who has nothing but just constant obsession with your grievances. That he won the election and that you did not get to go back to back. Like, that feels like that's the only real thing he honestly, genuinely has against Biden, is that he thought he was going to be the 46th president, and he didn't. He wasn't. He thought he won the election, and he didn't. And to this day, he still even slips in that, well, technically you could say that I really was president, but, but we let Biden be president. But I actually won. I mean, he still makes this argument. And he's so butthurt, so petty, that it even filtered into something here that is supposed to be a representation of at least some professional respect for the fact that an individual held the highest office arguably in the world. The office of the President of the United States. And while even I think that is even a ridiculous argument, that's what the presidential office is, but nevertheless, this is sheer disrespect. This is lower than disrespect. But this is your fucking president. This is the guy that you put in charge. A petty, childish, butthurt, grievanced, boomer fucking billionaire man. Who only gives a rat's ass about himself and what affects him. And apparently, Joe Biden affected him so fucking much that he still felt the need to disrespect in the just most ridiculous way. I mean, like I said, I'm not here trying to defend anything Biden did in his administration. I think arguably he should go down for war crimes, as well as Trump, as well as Obama, as fucking well as Bush. But this is pathetic. This is just pathetic. And this is at the White House as a display. For tourists and other leaders to make the walk. This is how this is. It is so annoying. It is so pathetic. And I know that there are people out there, people who are just so far up Trump's ass that they even come out of his mouth and say words for him, make up shit for him, make up defense for him. That would look at this and go, fuck you. Fuck Joe Biden. But that just shows to me the immaturity and disrespect of the type of people who defend this fucking piece of shit. But who am I? Let me know what you think. This the arch. I mean, okay. Sure. I don't think it's that huge of a deal. Honestly, I mean, it probably would look cool if done a respectful way. I mean, if it is trumped out, not so much. If his name is on it at all, not so much. But yeah, the other things, the gold plating of everything is obnoxious. The concreting of the Rose Garden, I mean, some people probably think is a positive. Some will think it as, kind of completely going against the original purpose for it. And I would agree with that. The ballroom is just Mar-a-Lagoing the fuck out of the White House. Like, why do we have to have a ballroom at the White House? I don't. That just seems ridiculous. The White House shouldn't be for partying. That just shows me that you're just officially some fucking clowns. That's all you care about. But this right here is just right here is just too much, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Until next time, Peace. Clear Talk. I'm out.